So everyone,
Welcome back.
Welcome back to the Double A experience. Today we have our special guest,
Colby Lane.
Colby Lane.
Welcome to the show.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me. I'm happy to be here.
Of course, thank you for coming.
Yeah, we made it happen today.
Are you excited to be the first guest on this podcast?
I'm excited. I think this is fun. It's new. I love doing new things. I'm excited for this. My name is Colby Lane. I'm a junior at George Mason this year. I'm 21. I'm from here in Fairfax, Virginia. I'm a geography major. That entails studying the Earth, the atmosphere, satellite imagery, various topics about Earth. I've been swimming since I was 6 years old. I swam on the Makos program in 5th grade. And I switched over to NCAP in 6th grade, and I swam there until college. And then I started swimming here at Mason.
That's a lot about you so far for everyone. I mean, they don't know you yet.
This is where we met, on Mason Swim and Dive.
Yeah,
we're all teammates.
All of us met because of Mason Swim and Dive.
So we also want to talk with you a little bit about swimming and just
we'll start
swimming life.
Swimming life, yeah. So where did we start? We started 6. So I started swimming on this summer team called Hayden Village up here in Fairfax and in Virginia, I guess. Summer swimming is very popular. I know it's not very popular in other places. We have teammates who are like, summer swim sounds crazy up here. It's very competitive. It's very fun. There's a lot of energy. It's how a lot of kids, especially from the DMV, get into swimming. I started on this team. I swim every summer. But at that age, when I was younger, my parents had me in a lot of different sports. They wanted me to really just enjoy and do whatever I wanted. So I played flag football, I played soccer, I played baseball. I tried running. I didn't really like it. Yeah, but then after all my years of experimenting with different sports, I found myself coming back to swimming. So I joined the Makos in 5th grade, and I came back after the year of swimming over the winter with the Makos, and I wasn't as fast as I want to be. So after that summer, going into 6th grade, I moved to NCAP because I knew it would be more competitive. It was a bigger workload, and I started in NCAP West. And I started there because there's multiple locations for NCAP. You could start, Burke. You could start somewhere in Maryland. You could start really anywhere. They have 9 or 10 locations. It's a huge team. But I started in West because they offered afternoon practices, and I didn't want to wake up in the morning before school to go to practice. And I found myself getting closer to my teammates on that team. And then by the time I was old enough to go to morning practices, it was too late. I mean, I was there with my friends. I didn't want to move location, so I just stayed out in Gainesville at the West location of NCAP. And I worked my way up through the different groups on NCAP, and I just found myself swimming all the time just to see my teammates. I think I started thinking about college swimming maybe my freshman year of high school. And then when I was asked by my coach, he was like, do you want to swim in college? What are your plans? I mean, typically if you're going to increase your workload, you should have a goal. And I had never thought about it, so I gave it a couple weeks, and I came back to him. I was like, yeah, I want to do this. I want to work and go to college for this and swim in college. That sounds like a really fun, amazing experience. And so I worked and went to practices and swam hard for many thousands and probably hundreds of thousands of yards. And I found my way here at Mason. It's been a blast ever since I've been here. It's been such a ride. Swimming at Mason is very unique. It's very, very fun. There's a lot of room to pursue things that you're interested in rather than just swimming. I mean, I know at a lot of big Power 5 schools, you don't have as much freedom to do things that fill up a lot of time on your schedule. And, being able to have that freedom, I've experienced a lot of fun things I love. I love live music. I've actually really got into school recently this semester. I found myself loving my classes. There's just, I could talk forever about the things I've found that interest my time.
First of all, I'm very happy that Mason brought us together, the three of us.
Of course.
I'm curious, besides the fact that Mason's very close to home, why did you choose to come here?
That's a good question. So I had to choose between Old Dominion and George Mason. You know, honestly, I think the factor that really decided everything for me was when I went to Toro ODU, I went to their pool, and you know, that's probably the building as a swimmer that you're going to be spending the most time in college. So you want that pool, that natatorium to be whatever you want. I'm not saying that it was a bad pool. It's pretty. I mean, it's historic. I like the way it looks. The walls are cool. When you like wave your hand on the wall, it makes a cool sound when your hands are wet.
Oh,
If you guys have ever been there.
No, never.
But yeah, no, I think I chose Mason because I honestly did like the uh, proximity to my home. But I liked the campus. I mean, the trees and nature here on campus is very pretty. It's close to DC. There's a lot of good accessibility from the school with careers and even just going to DC to just have fun.
Yeah.
It's a great school. Yeah.
100%. 100%. I mean, we all like the time here we spent together.
We have a great facility.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then like, I mean, we have a great team environment.
Mm-hmm.
You know that.
Mhm.
Like I heard from a lot of people that this year right now the men's team is the strongest, closer
Yeah.
together they
Yeah.
have seen in a
For
long
sure.
time.
Very
For sure.
united. And part of it was honestly, you played a big part in uniting the team.
Oh,
for
thank
sure,
you. You
honestly.
think so?
100%. Yeah, I think you step up into that leadership position naturally.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Colby, we have a team
Lead us in. This is good.
The family feeling of the team, how everyone really feels connected and loving with one another. Me personally, that was the biggest reason I came back.
Mm-hmm.
And this year was the most I've ever felt the men's team being united.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm wondering how you feel about that and the things that you feel like you were aware of doing that played a part in us being more united.
Yeah, so I thought the team this year was so amazing. I mean, I remember sitting on the pool deck at conference and like seeing everyone cheer and seeing the team environment. It's like, you know, when you go to meets in high school and you see that team that's so loud and so competitive, like you wish that you could be on a team like that one day. And I mean, we found ourselves here. I think it's pretty amazing.
It is.
Definitely in high school, in my club team on NCAP. In Gold 1, our coach really created this amazing environment with the team where everyone was so close and could talk and everyone was friends. And from him creating that environment, I mean, the friendships just grew naturally. And I mean, I remember in high school, like you felt like you were there with your best friends, and that's the way I felt. I'm sure, like, I mean, you could talk to some other people you guys have met through me that have been on that team, and it probably feels the same for them. And so, you know, this year I really thought about, you know, how can I make like the environment that I'm in as positive and as like kind of interlocked, I guess, as it was in high school. And I think a lot of that was just really doing fun things with your teammates that bring you closer together. I mean, in high school, we would just end practice and then we would go hang out at Target or like, you know, some shopping center for the whole day, just drive around town, get food, just do things, just random anything. It was just hanging out. And so experiencing that closeness in high school and being able to try to bring it here and see that my team is just coming together and everyone's close and there's a lot of good energy. It feels great. I mean, it feels exactly how I want it to feel here. I love it.
And now everyone lives together.
Sure, we all
Same block, like
Maybe
literally.
Together, yeah.
Everyone's up the street from each other. Everyone's able to go to everyone's house like on the same minute, basically.
Yeah, look at us. We were just over at his house for
Yeah.
like a couple of minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Sitting in the sun.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're back.
I think that's probably the best part of college is living near your friends. I mean, you just like a 4-year sleepover.
Yeah,
It
honestly,
is.
honestly, it is.
It's a long
Yeah.
sleep.
It's pretty amazing.
It's like a big vacation, but you have like to study and do some
A
work.
little
in it.
bit, just
Mhm.
a little bit, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But you still have like the whole time you're like your swimming family. The team is like almost like a family. You try to treat it like a family, in my opinion,
Mm-hmm.
because you want
Yeah.
everyone to succeed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you try to push and like motivate everyone.
Exactly. I mean, especially like you want everyone on your team to be happy and you want to make sure that everyone's enjoying their time because those are your teammates. You know, you don't have any say of if they're your teammate or not. So you better be, in my opinion, you should make your relationships with your teammates really good, because you have to see them one way or another. So you might as well have a good experience instead of a bad one.
Yeah, and I think the thing that helps us most is that we're brutally honest with each other.
Mm-hmm.
No one here sugarcoats anything, and that just helps us become closer.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing that I've been thinking about, when we were walking into our studio, is what was the thing you guys probably remember more than I do, because Agu joined us this fall.
Mm-hmm.
What was the moment that you really got close with each other?
True.
And I'm still remembering me and you, Colby, because that's like a long story. That's a long time ago.
Yeah,
But,
we even met freshman year.
Talk about it.
but I want you guys to start, because it was
Okay.
more recent. Yeah,
us,
you
alright.
two. And then I'll try to think about when it was us.
So me and Agu got close. It was the first day.
That was
the first day I
That's
met
true. That's right.
Yeah, yes. I came over here to help him move his stuff in, and he pulled up in his car. I was expecting a U-Haul, so I was like just joyful that I didn't have to move like 80 boxes. And we set up his room, and I was just like, "Yeah, you want to grab a beer?" And he was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "All right, bet this guy's gonna be cool." And then we talked for a while, and I just knew. I was like, "Yeah, he's gonna fit in well. We're gonna have a good time here at Mason. It'll be fun."
I just think it's funny how like people expected me to like come with like a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And then I come really in my little
Just
small
car.
car. Two little they big boxes. Like the box went out like small, but like just two boxes, one like monitor, and that was it. Like,
Yeah.
that was it.
No mattress, right? Just the one we
I
had.
had nothing. Yeah, I asked before I got here. Tate and Jack told me that there's a bed, there's a desk, there's a chair. So I was like, okay, good. I don't need to do that to get that.
Mm-hmm.
So I just brought all the rest of my stuff. And I come out here and Kobe's like, "Oh, that's it." And I was like, he was like, "Wow."
All done.
What were you thinking when you first arrived here? Were you like,
Oh, you remember
who are
what I
all these
told you?
people? Yeah.
Yeah, I was scared, not gonna lie. In my last university, I had some American friends, but not that much. And I was closer up with all my international friends from like a lot of countries like Poland, Spain, Colombia,
Mm-hmm.
Puerto Rico. So we had everything there.
Mm-hmm.
And I almost never hang out with Americans. So I looked up the team roster. Like I committed, like I accepted everything. So I started looking up the roster.
Yeah.
And I just see like Virginia, North Carolina, Virginia, Ohio. Wow, we're the internationals, and everything is like close by, but like everything is in the U.S. And I was like, okay,
Relatively close by.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have any international one on the team. And then I asked Ryan. Ryan was like, "Nah, you will be the first one for like Jamie and Ryan. They never had an international student before that." And I was like, "Okay, interesting." And then I also like I did all the paperwork, but like I have way more. Like I don't know how much paperwork it is to like get in here. And it took me a while. I got in, and like I did everything on time, and that's not usually the case. Like I know a lot of people that never did their like formals on time, so they left just some forms for the rest. And I got everything done, got committed here, and then after everything was set, I looked at the roster. Like I never looked at the roster before. Like I looked at the time, swimming wise. I was like, hey, I fit in. I like this. Coach was nice, and I was like, okay, let's move with it, move on, and that's where we ended up. We ended up all here, and then I came here, and Colby was the first guy I met, and then we got over to his house and hung out with Jack and Murr too.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, brought you right over to ASG. You got the full blast experience of George Mason right here. Yeah, definitely. That was a fun time. I remember that day well.
Yeah. All right. So you guys.
Wow. Where should we start? Because so your freshman year was the year that I was there for like a month?
Like a couple weeks. Yeah.
A couple of weeks, and I basically disappeared for the rest of the year.
Yeah, because you're a year older.
Yeah, technically I'm a year above Colby's, who's a junior. I mean, now I'm a junior, but I was a sophomore when Colby was a freshman.
Yeah, and you took a year off, and then you came back, and now we're in the same class.
Yeah. But when did we mostly start?
I think we really got closer once you were back on the team more.
Yeah, last year.
Yeah. I saw you on the pool deck. I was like, this dude's massive now.
Yeah, me and Colby, that was our instant connection.
Yeah.
We both know how to put in the work. We understand how our bodies work. To be honest, bro, it was natural. Sometimes even the same thing with Agu, you don't remember. It just starts every day, and then all of a sudden it's normal every day.
And definitely like being around in sprint group, doing we're both sprinters, so we do more work that's very similar.
Yeah.
So we spend a lot of time at practice with each other, and like just from practicing and just chatting during practice, chatting in the weight room, especially in the weight room, because we're very similar in a lot of strength movements. Just finding similarities has been so fun.
Yeah, we talk about lift, swim, and honestly just life.
Everything in between.
Outside of athletics, we like to do stuff.
Lift, swim, food, plans, anything. We talk about everything.
Are we gonna beep that out?
No, we're not gonna leave that out.
We're not.
We'll leave
Just
that.
one word. Just one word.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit more about like you swimming.
So I swim the 50 free, the 100 free, and the 100 fly.
That's that's pretty similar to what I do.
Yeah, we all swim very
We're all
similar.
sprinters. Sprinting is honestly
It's
better.
the best way to swim.
Because it's just pure passion and energy, and just pouring it all out like this into the water.
It is.
You don't have to think about, oh, I'm doing all this. Let's take it easy. It's just turn your mind off and go. That's what I love about it.
It's very fun to just give maximum output from your body.
Yeah.
Even if it's for a short time, I think that's the fun part of it, is that some of the events like the 50 are so short that you can just give maximum output for the entire race. I mean, you can you do in every race.
But I agree. I know some people, they like to say that sprint events are easier because more people can do sprint, but I really disagree with that. There's so many more little things you have to focus on that make a big effect on the race as a whole,
Yeah, that's like
the attention to detail.
Yeah, there's a book like How to Swim a 50 Free, and it's like bigger than like a book to like how to sprint.
Yeah.
How to, like, swim.
Yeah.
All right, Colby, you brought something.
Yes, I did. So you guys told me to choose an item that I think is very important to me, or maybe very symbolic. For my 21st birthday, one of my best friends, his name was Matthew. He bought me this bottle of cologne. He was in Korea. I've been a fan of cologne for a long time, but it's much more symbolic than like cologne. I'll explain. I think I got my first bottle of cologne maybe my sophomore year of high school, and that was right around when I had my growth spurt. I started getting bigger, more muscular, and at that time I put a lot of focus into like self-improvement. Sophomore year was about a year after I lost a bunch of weight. I used to be a little chubby. Hit a growth spurt. Yeah, understatement. I was large. Yeah, and so I started focusing on self-improvement more so than just cologne. Like I wanted to be clean. I wanted to have a good haircut. I wanted to be fit. I wanted to dress well, and I wanted to function socially well. So I just started thinking about things I could improve about myself. Or really, like, when you meet a person, what things do you notice? You notice how they look, how they talk, but you notice things like scents too. And so cologne is very symbolic of my efforts to have self-improvement, I think. And one of my friends buying me this bottle, which is a bottle that I've wanted since I've got into cologne, is very symbolic because I feel like I've come very far with my self-improvement, but also it's never over. I feel like, you always want to keep improving. Yeah. You want to constantly be leveling up your mindset, always, I think. And so having this here, it just makes me think about where I am now with myself, with my mindset, and where I'll be one day.
Yeah, I think what I'm hearing is that it's a symbol for how much a person has to value themselves, and the importance you got to put on always getting better. And not being in the same place.
Never being in the same place. Always be comfortable with growth.
Yeah.
Be comfortable with being uncomfortable.
There you go.
Yeah.
I would say there's a good strength you have, like just like trying to improve yourself every day.
It's more of just a habit. I feel like that's just me. I've been doing this for a long time, I guess. I mean, I was younger when I started doing this, so it just feels like a hobby, I guess. Is just like, all right, what should I do now? All right, well, what ways can I make myself better? And you start thinking, and you find something to do.
And it's fun. It's not a chore,
It is fun.
It's a good way to spend your time.
It's very fun. I mean, putting clothes on is fun. Looking at yourself in the mirror with clothes on, that's fun. Dressing up.
Yeah, that's also one thing I wanted to talk about, your fashion style.
I love fashion. It's fun. I got into fashion through music.
How does that connection work for you?
So I listen to a lot of rap music. I really like Playboy Cardi. I like A$AP Rocky. I like Juice World. And then Playboy Cardi and A$AP Rocky specifically, they talk about clothing and fashion a lot. And I mean, I do not try to dress like them. I can't put clothes on the way they do. And their clothes don't look as good as they look on them as they do on me.
You're too
That's
big.
it, right?
You're too big.
But
Yeah,
that's a good like thing. That
you
see
gotta know what you can wear, right? You gotta know what looks like something you would wear. And so I heard this music of these people talking of, I dress this way. It shows my personality in this way. And I watched them do interviews and talk about it. I'm like, okay, well, I kind of feel the same. So how do I get into clothing? And at first it was my sister that really helped me. She brought me to like Hollister, like American Eagle or something at the mall. I thought that was like extreme clothing. Yeah, I was like, I'm not wearing some of this. Is crazy. And I've always been really into shoes. I love shoes. I love Nikes. I love Adidas. I love Yeezys. I love everything. Just over the years, buying clothing, buying things that I like that look like me. I like the beach, so I buy a lot of clothes from the beach. I don't know how to describe like what I look for with clothing. If it just stands out to me, you scroll through a website, you walk through a store, you look for pieces of clothing that you find interesting. And if you try them on and they look good, then you should buy it.
Yeah, or like something, there's like this one piece just staring at you and just saying like, hey.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's not logical. It's self-expression.
Mm-hmm. And my mother would tell me that like my habits with shopping are terrible because they drain my credit card. But that's true.
That's true.
Sometimes when you spend money on something you value, it's not a waste of money. No matter what it is,
I definitely get my money's worth for my clothing. I wear it all the time. Yeah. You gotta wear clothes all the time.
But that's also you mentioned your family right now.
Yeah.
That's also like a really big thing for you in your life, I would say. I've been on like occasions with your family. You guys invited me to like multiple things.
Mm-hmm.
Like we had dinner, we had Thanksgiving together. That was my first American Thanksgiving, by the way, that I had. Like I never celebrated Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
so that was a really like cool,
very fun
experience.
American. I forget that Thanksgiving is specifically American.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's so funny. Like people ask me here, did you never celebrate Thanksgiving? I was like, we have something similar that we celebrate in Germany.
But it's not the same.
But it's not the same day. And then I had my first Thanksgiving with you.
Mm-hmm. That was a blast. You met my whole family. But you definitely was it? No, you had met my mom and my dad and well, actually, did you meet my dad before Thanksgiving?
I met your dad like 5 days before.
Yeah.
Like it was right after mid-season.
Yeah.
Patriot.
Yeah, after the Patriot invite. Last day when we had like the big like come together here in our house with the parents. That was when I met your dad for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
a lot of people met my dad for the first time that night.
Yeah, I met your mom in church.
Yeah.
Before then,
she's always at church with me.
Yeah, we go to church on Sundays 9:30.
Mm-hmm. So my family is my mom, my dad, and my sister. And then you met on Thanksgiving. You met my uncle and my grandma and my cousins and my aunt. A whole bunch more of my family. I mean, you have my mom's aunt. And that part of the family, there was a lot of people.
Yeah, there's a lot of people.
Big family.
Big family. I love you guys.
Yeah.
Great family. And then, you know who was there at Thanksgiving?
Who was there at Thanksgiving?
Jose.
Jose
I forgot. Jose went to... What did Jose think?
Yeah, Jose is one of my best buddies from my last university. He's Colombian. He's a great guy.
Yeah, I met him over Thanksgiving. We clicked instantly.
Mm-hmm.
Same day.
He's a cool guy.
Yeah,
he definitely got along well with my uncle. I think him and my uncle liked each other. They were laughing a lot.
They were laughing. They were just like, at some point, we ate, and then Jose just disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I saw him talking to your aunts, your mom.
Mm-hmm.
And then I go to the bathroom, come back, he's not there anymore. He's just with your uncle in like a different section, just talking, laughing.
And they're just chatting. Yeah, my uncle's pretty cool. He loves to meet my friends.
I want to know the closest interaction you guys had, or like something you did together outside of swimming.
One time, me and Alan, we were at an EDM concert, for this guy named Timmy Trumpet.
Oh, yeah.
And
you
him and I were
Can't
just,
forget that, yeah.
we were just walking around the crowd.
That's April, right?
Looking, seeing people watching. That was a funny day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that was a fun. That was probably my first.
Yeah, that was
one.
like your first outing with us.
Yeah.
Definitely. But there are many more. Like in when we lift a lot, Alan and I talk a lot.
Oh yeah, because we got the same rack,
Mm-hmm.
the big boy rack.
We always go on that left side of the room rack, and it's usually me, Alan,
Jones.
Tate would be there too normally, and Jones, and we just lift and chop it up at lift.
Yeah.
Like, yo, bro, this shit is hard.
But we're harder.
Yeah. And definitely in practice, like Alan and I loved.
Oh yeah.
We're very focused, but we also love to goof around.
Tell them how we start practice.
Oh yeah, every day we start practice with like a backflip or some type of flip into the pool.
Yeah.
Memphis
flop.
Memphis flop.
Oh yeah.
We're going
Look
to
at
like send in the video like.
Yeah. Oh yeah, well, we can clip it in.
Yeah, we can clip it.
Yeah.
Like, just like some Memphis flops.
You should get a video of me and Alan flopping next time we do.
Oh, yeah.
Or you should you should record on like Monday. You should record a video of like Memphis flops and I just edit it.
And you just have it randomly cut in right as soon as you mention Memphis flop, it just cuts.
You will jump again.
Yeah.
After like 10 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
just standing around. Oh,
I
the white dolphin.
I feel like for me and Alan, there was never a single moment where we were like, wow, we're close as hell. It's been a very gradual thing.
Yeah.
We're very similar. We have a very similar outlook on life. I feel like you do as well. And over time, just being around people who are very similar, you just get close. And it's to the point now where I feel like most of the time, Alan could probably predict what I'm thinking. I probably could predict what you're thinking.
You know how many instances we stand?
Thinking, yeah.
So many times we stand next to each other. There's something happening, whatever it is, wherever it is. We look at each other and we say the exact same word or phrase or sentence.
Yeah.
Word for word.
Yeah.
You know how many times we did that?
All the time.
And then we start laughing because we had the exact same thoughts.
Yeah, definitely.
That's the same what happened with me and Gabe yesterday. Like he was sitting outside, he comes inside, he just looks at me and he goes like
Gabe is our teammate, by the way.
Looked at me and I was like, yeah. But I knew that he know what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
It was insane.
He's just communicating with no words.
Yeah, it's we're spending so much time with each other. We have 2 practices a day. If we count lift to it, sometimes 3 practices. Well, we just all being together the whole time, just talking.
I think a lot about how after college it's going to be so interesting to adapt to not being around people all the time.
Yeah.
That's going to be such an interesting and weird experience, right? I live in a house with 5 other guys and my teammates come over to my house all day long and I see people all day long. There's barely time where I'm alone. And I love it. It's fun. I love being around people. But when college is over, it's going to be weird. I don't know what I'm going to do with my time.
Yeah.
Feel lost for a little bit.
Do you ever feel like you have to step away just to be alone?
I think alone time more comes to you, if you want to be alone and you find yourself feeling okay, well, I want some time to myself to just do this or just think things through, you'll find yourself in that moment. But I'm a very go with the flow person. So when there's stuff going on, I don't want to miss out on fun.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to where the most enjoyment is. I do what feels good.
Yeah, same. The past 4 years, which I would say the most biggest part of my life happened, I've always been aware of times where I'm with people a lot and other times where I'm alone more so.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like for me it's a very delicate balance. Sometimes I feel like I'm just alone too much,
mm-hmm.
and I like it, but I also love being around people. I think one of my favorite, I'm very social. I love talking to people and spending time with people. But then, Augur knows,
Mm.
But sometimes the balance tips and I just feel like I'm with people 24/7.
Mm-hmm.
I just need to kind of center myself and get grounded again. And then, it's weird how it goes back and forth.
Yeah,
Depends on the phase of life.
Because you have a rush of
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. I love it too much, basically.
With the people the whole time, and it's just you have such a high that sometimes you're hey, I need to calm down.
Yeah, exactly.
So don't lose that high.
For me, it's there are times that I get tired of being around people, but in those moments that I remember, we're here for 4 years. I have 1 year left at this school. It's not forever, and I want to enjoy the moments with my friends. Like, I won't ever get these years back. So I'm going to spend every second of it having fun and enjoying it.
100%.
Definitely. And I think that it's more enjoyable for me to spend that time with my friends than alone.
Yeah. Do you have like a future plan already?
For after college, like, what will life look like?
Like for like exactly you studying like a specific topic right now, and I think you were like probably in like the nearest future you want to like start working with that what you just studied.
Yeah. So for my undergrad, I'm studying geography, and now I'm also studying for a master's in geointelligence and GIS, which is a lot of satellite imagery science, a lot of data analysis. There's no specific job spot that I'm looking for. I'm letting my studies here at Mason kind of guide me into finding a job. I'm very lucky. I have an older sister that basically studied the same thing that I do, and now she works in the same field that I am looking to go into. And having her there to guide me, there's just this kind of feeling of trust that I have that I will end up where I need to be in the future, as long as I stay focused with my school. So as long as school stays tight and very good, then I have a lot of confidence for my future. But I have no clue where
what that master's?
Yeah, definitely.
Exact same time.
And I'm thinking of, they have a program to get your PhD here for GIS, which also is very valuable. Being Dr. Lane would be sick. That'd be pretty cool.
Dr. Lane.
That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, but you could also work and pursue that. You don't have to do that all in one straight shot. Most people don't do that all in one straight shot where they go undergrad all the way to PhD. That's not very common. We'll see.
I mean, you pretty much have an idea what you want to do. I like that. That's good.
Yeah, I wish I could relate.
It's scary.
Yeah, I mean, just living in the moment, as you said, enjoying the time we have left. I'm lucky I get to be a student for 5th year instead of just 4 years.
Definitely.
So,
next year is going to be the best year.
Exactly. The journey will plan itself out. We don't have to rush anything.
I mean, we all have next year as our last year here. And we're just trying to make like the best out of it again.
We got a big class. We got the 6 of my boys, or six of us in ASG. You have Cody, so 7. You have you 2. You have Christian. 10 guys. 10 guys on the team. Oh yeah, we got the character house. We got Ian Rogers. You got Alex Crown. He lives across the hallway from me. So all 3 of us live upstairs. And then in the basement you got Ian Jones, Jack Graham, Colin, Murtaugh. And our house is a monkey cage sometimes.
How do you feel about living with that many guys?
It's amazing.
And your house is the center of the I think the center of the team.
It's amazing.
It's a big center.
It's where everyone congregates.
It's amazing. It's unbelievable that it's actually like worked out and that we've managed to make it work out at our house. Most people go to college and they have that one roommate that's like crazy and weird. But all of us, we definitely have our differences and we definitely like to voice them with each other. But that's a good thing and we make it work. And that's very rare. And so like living in this house and having it work and being there with all my friends, like these are my best friends that I live with. I mean, I'm on a team with a bunch of my best friends. But the fact that we've been able to make it work, like, it allows for so much fun all the time. It's hard to balance with life, but figuring out how to balance that also gives you a lot of good discipline.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, yeah, your house is amazing. I'm there almost every day.
Yeah. And it's actually like, I don't know, you go to other colleges, you see some of their houses, like, they're dirty. Our house can be dirty, but, like, it's not that dirty.
I've watched it get clean in 30 minutes.
You got a pretty nice house. Yeah.
It's a nice house.
Yeah.
It's like a big, like, center connection for all of us.
It is. It's like the community hub of the swim team. Everyone just shows up there.
Yeah.
I love it.
I can tell you like it. Some people really like their quiet place.
No, I don't need quiet place.
Exactly. I like that you actually appreciate that people find your house comfortable,
I love it. I mean, like, when people come over, I love when they come to see me. I love being talked to. I love talking to people. I love seeing my friends. And so they come over and they come in my room. And this year I designed my room. I got a concussion in November. And this was at a swim meet. And I was out of the pool for a few days. And, I mean, obviously I did my schoolwork in this time. But you can't do much with a concussion. So I was like, all right, sitting in my room. There's a bunch of white walls around me. I have 6 vinyl albums up on the wall. That's it for decorations. So boring in here. what can I do? And so for a few hours, I just would stare at the wall and brainstorm like things I could put up on the wall. And I would look like kind of like visualize and start to see everything on the wall because I was staring at it for so many hours. And I designed this room. It's like I just barf myself all over the walls. You go in there, you find traits about me anywhere you look. You see parts of my past, you see parts of my personality on the wall. And my friends come over all the time. People come over all the time and they hang out in there. And then you can talk about whatever's on the walls in there. Or you can just sit in a pretty room and just hang out with your friends, you know?
Yeah, it's true. I mean,
it's very enjoyable. I enjoy it. I designed it for the purpose of being able to hang out in there with my friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
That, and people have told me in the past that, like, my room is bare. Like, you gotta like my room.
Yeah, no, I think everyone here likes your room.
Yeah.
You have a nice room.
It is very aesthetic.
Yeah. So music. Oh, man. I love music.
Do you remember when we were sitting together on the bus? And,
oh, yeah, we were listening to music together.
And you were explaining to me the relationship in your own mind between color and music.
Mm-hmm.
And that was, for me personally, I didn't understand it. I was trying to find it in my head.
Mm-hmm.
Some songs I could find it, but you were the professional, so you tell me about it.
Yeah, so I don't know. When I was younger, I heard this thing about people, and some people have this condition where when they hear music, they can see color, and that's not me. I don't see color when I close my eyes and listen to music, but I thought about that, and I was like, okay, so like certain songs or certain noises have certain colors. So songs and music that I listen to probably have certain colors too, and so I just like to imagine them. I started really listening to music around 6th grade, which was 2016. It's like the biggest year ever for rap music. Everyone knows about that if you listen to rap music. 2016 is like a crazy year.
It's a big year. Even for Germany.
Yeah, it was an amazing year. You had Kanye. That was when he was like peak famousness as Kanye. And I think the first song I listened to was like Broccoli by Lil Yachty and Dram or something. And I slowly got into more melodic rap music, and I found myself really loving Juice WRLD. I went to go see Juice WRLD in concert like a few months before he died, actually. My mom took me to that concert. But his music was sad. You know, his music talked a lot about, you know, mental struggles and his feelings. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I wanted music that amplified the way I felt, not kind of brought me down. And so around sophomore year, freshman year, I really liked Playboi Carti because his music was fun and it was just like, there's just a vibe. He's not talking about anything. There's no real substance to what he says. But when you listen to his music, like there's an energy to it. And he then released this album, A Whole Lot of Red, which is like my fundamental like album. And it's this aggressive, in your face, confident, loud, just extreme album. And I learned a lot from that. It's an album about the way you carry yourself. Experiencing something like that where you learn how to carry yourself or learn things about yourself through music really made me love it. And so now when I listen to music, like I have to find the right song just to be able to like, it just amplifies my vibe. So you have to skip through. You're like, okay, this one feels like how I'm feeling right now. I like this one. I'm listening to it constantly. It makes me envision the future. It makes me envision past moments. It makes me envision situations. It makes me think about my feelings. I love it. I'm always listening to music.
I like that. That's great.
And you listen to music before your races?
All the time.
Oh,
you got to. But like I said, I mean, I like loud and confident and like extreme music. So, I mean, it's not that extreme. It's Playboi Carti. But I mean, some of it's a little aggressive. I think that, you know, that intensity that he carries on some of his music is very similar. He's also kind of repetitive, and swimming is very repetitive. So there's a couple similarities between like his music and swimming, if you think about it. If you want there to be similarities, I guess.
Well, I think that's how it works. When you decide that something connects, it connects.
Yeah. No, but yeah, I love to get all amped up and just extremely high spun before my races. I love a feeling before a race.
Do you have like specific songs? Like for example, I have my playlist. It's 11 songs, and this year, one more song made it on that playlist. I have that playlist since 2018, and almost every 2 or 3 years, I put a new song on there too.
So I do have a playlist of like my favorites before races. This year, I went to a few amazing concerts. Going to those concerts gave me songs to listen to at my meets. I went to see Two Hollis and Playboy Cardi, and I know all their music. Obviously, like I could talk for hours about them. But seeing the music live, it gives you this feeling. I mean, it's like it's an experience. It's very exciting. It's very suspenseful. And then when your artist that you see finally comes out on stage and performs a song that you've been wanting them to see, it's a special feeling, and it's like a release. Like you're like, this is so amazing.
Yeah, you like relive the like emotions that you had.
Yeah, and so like, there's this one song from Two Hollis, and he played it right before he came out to his concert, and it's called Beginning. And he says, "You're about to witness something incredible. You're about to witness something special. Are you ready? Are you ready?"
And then you go.
And yeah, and listening to that before your race, it's a good feeling. It feels awesome.
I would say let's talk about ounce race preparation. Because I never see you with headphones running around.
Yeah, I actually, for me personally, I don't like listening to any music before I race. I like to be completely in my head, but also in the present moment. And, I just like to observe my surroundings. And my mind is very delicate with how I prepare it to race. And personally, music makes me feel different music makes me feel a lot of certain ways. Some good, some bad. Mostly good, but nothing gets me how I want to be the way my own thoughts can get me there, And the thing is, like, there's so many potential songs that I can't decide.
Mm-hmm.
I just can't decide. And music for me is new. Anyways, I've never really thought about it that much. I just know something sounds good or something doesn't really sound that good.
Yeah.
But for my race prep, I love just my thoughts.
Just your thoughts, but you don't think about the race, do you?
I do a lot, but then the closer I get to the race, the fewer thoughts I have about the race itself. The more I get to the race, the more just hard to describe, to be honest. But it's just getting my mind ready to explode.
To explode, yeah.
To explode, honestly. And the thoughts have to decrease.
I'm not yawning because I'm bored, by the way. I'm just tired.
I believe it's been
I like listening.
I mean, you had a pretty early morning today.
Yeah, last night's the fun night. And you wake up and you're tired in the morning.
Yeah, and then you had the sauna. You went to lunch before you came here.
Yeah.
That's true, with your boys.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like the swim team, women's team especially, we hang around a lot.
We just move in
We
groups.
just move all together.
Yeah.
It's a cool balance.
One team, one school of fish.
There you go. That's what they call a group of fish. A school, right?
School. Yeah. For example, one time I was at this swim meet in Nova, and the pool started flooding, and there's water shooting up through the vents. Crazy stuff like that. You could ask people if they have stories like that.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
Yeah.
What was the most funniest experience you had during a meet?
Funniest experience during a meet. So let's narrow it down a little bit because there's a lot to choose from. Would you want? Let's do college since we're all at college. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Conference is always funny as hell.
Conference,
There's
some
always
good
some
stories
funny
at
shit that happens at conference. Like
We have a conference story.
yeah.
I mean,
Nah.
let's talk about one specific conference topic for us three, where we were like together in one situation.
The first time around,
A
security.
very interesting man knocked on a door for a room that we were in for no reason at all. I mean, it was so suspenseful, and we just had to evacuate.
Well, we didn't even evacuate. We just said we stalled. We had no answer to any question, and we closed the door.
Yeah, like me and Alan, we slept in a room together at that conference. And who was your roommate?
I room with one of the freshmen. His name was Derek.
Oh, true. Yeah, Derek's going to be my roommate next year.
We came into conference with a stove.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you be cooking at swim meets. It's crazy.
Dude, yeah, I don't like. He was like, yeah, I'm eat upstairs. You can eat downstairs. So like, I go downstairs, I eat, and I just get like a video of him just like showing me how he's cooking eggs, and then like, and like at the sink and all like. like the ring room thing where it was like the coffee machine. And I was like, wow.
I didn't like the hotel breakfast.
Living lavish at the swim meet, I respect
Honestly,
that.
yeah.
Commitment to the diet, that's just fire.
Last year, me and Colby were rooming together.
We did.
That was amazing.
That was probably the best moment of our, or that was the moment.
Yeah, honestly, there it is. We found it. That was a good time.
That's what it was.
That
How
was
did
a
we
good
miss
time.
that? Yeah, that's what it was.
Bro, it just blends into our whole memories, you know?
It does, but like I feel like that was really our first time being able to just talk freely for a brick. I mean,
It was just one-on-one.
We spent a lot of time together.
yeah.
We had a blast.
Going like before we go to bed at conference, what we do, we roll out, stretch, we talk.
Last year at conference, me and Alan would sit there and talk about supplements a lot. We would talk about like testosterone things, very much. It's just anything. It was such a fun meet. Yeah, this year and last year, it was both very fun swim meet experiences.
Did you see how Alan sprays like magnesium on his like muscles?
Did you do that? When we
I had it.
You had it, but I don't think you used it that much.
Yeah, because it burned.
Yeah.
Bro, he told me
I put
about
it on Agul.
yeah, spray magnesium on your muscles where you saw it's going to help you.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm spraying it on, and he goes like, "No, don't go that area. It's just going to burn a lot." And I was like my arm started to burn, my back, my
He
whole
didn't believe
chest.
me. He didn't
And
believe me.
I was like, wow. I just jumped in the shower again. I was like, I'm not doing that. I just like.
Well, you
showered
only
again.
need to put up with it for 5 minutes, then it absorbs and you can wash it off.
Yeah, but I was not able to hold it. Like after the shave, after you shave your body, it was just like burning, and I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. Dude, that's like, yeah. Alan has some crazy supplements.
It's badass, bro. It's cool.
We gotta gatekeep some of it.
Yeah.
Alan has crazy supplements.
We should have a series of just what can you do to, you know.
Or just like,
review.
yeah, just like supplements with Alan.
I don't even like to call it supplements, you know. It's not like it's not.
I mean, you're a big natural guy. You don't like to like take a lot of like created products.
Yeah, that's true.
Like you
I make my
more
own
like
stuff.
Yeah, you make your own stuff. That's pretty cool.
I gotta give it to Colby, most courageous one to be the first guest.
He is.
Thank you. I'm
a lot of
sorry I
people-
was late today. That's
Nah,
not
it's like, so we were just sitting in the sun. Where is this guy? We'll cut that out. Hopefully for the potential guests watching right now, like it's fun. We'll have a good talk.
I think this podcast is a very good way for the team just to get to know people a little bit more.
Yeah.
Maybe see sides of people that they don't. It's just fun too. It's new. It's a fun.
Yeah, it's
thing.
definitely it's interesting because everyone on the team talks about different things with
Mhm.
each person. Like I don't think me and Alan, we talk to you about the same stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And I think it's a little bit like you guys told me things about you too that I never heard before. And like the same way, probably Alan heard something that we talked about that you never heard before. I think it's like a big like getting to know each other, especially on the team, and also different persons more. Just like getting like more like inside in their life.
It's fun. I like this.
I like this.
And what do you think about making content outside of the studio? Because right now we're in the studio. It's very basic like setting.
It's
But-
fun.
Colby, thanks for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
I'm
Thank
glad we
you
could
for
make it
having me.
happen.
This was fun.
Yeah.
Well, that was definitely fun. Thank you for being the first guest on the show.
Thank you for having me as
Took
the
a lot of
first
courage
guest.
for sure.
I hope there will be many more.
There will be many more, and
Yeah.
I hope you like the talk. I hope you got to know a little bit about Colby, about the teammate we have, a great teammate, and all right, let's thank you for
Wrap
coming.
it up.
Thank you.
Cut.